everyone, my name is Amisha Mishra and in today's video I am going to be reading chapter 13, Our Forests and Wildlife Resources. So let's get started. Forests as a resource. A large area of land covered with lots of trees, bushes and plants are called a forest. Forests are gifts of nature. Forests have natural vegetation, which means plants and trees grow naturally on their own. That's a big relief for us. Forests are an important natural resource. This is because trees and plants in the forests give out oxygen needed for breathing by all living beings. Roots of trees prevent soil erosion and floods. Forests improve the quality of soil and make it more fertile. They help cause rainfall and cool the area. Forests provide timber, wood, used for making houses and furniture. Wood from trees is also used as fuel and for making many things. Forests provide a number of products such as rubber, gum, wood, pulp, etc. for making paper, medicines and herbs. Forests provide shelter to animals and birds. Forests often have people living in them. They depend on forests for food and shelter. At present, about 20% of land in our country is covered with forests. This is not enough. Ideally, it should cover up to 33% of the total land area of a country. Types of forests. There are many types of forests in India, depending on the climate, soil, rainfall, altitude or height, and environment of the area. The main types of forests found in India are evergreen forests, deciduous forests, thorn forests, mountain forests, tidal forests. Evergreen forest. These forests are called evergreen as they remain green all through the year. This is because their trees do not shed their leaves at the same time. Evergreen forests, also called tropical rainforests, are found in hot regions that receive heavy rainfall. Evergreen forests are quite thick. They have tall trees and a dense undergrowth of plants and bushes. The trees grow so close together and form such a broad canopy at the top that they do not allow sunlight to reach the ground. Ebony, mahogany, rosewood are trees commonly found in these forests. Their wood is quite hard. They are ideal for making furniture and houses. In India, these forests are found on the rainy slopes of the western Ghats, parts of the northeast India and in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. I didn't know that. Let's read the definition. Canopy, the uppermost branches of the trees in a forest, forming a nearly continuous layer. Ooh. Let's read number 2. Deciduous forests. These forests are called deciduous because their trees shed their leaves once a year in the dry season. Why? and what we call once a year in short form. We call that annually. And when do they shed their leaves? They shed their leaves mostly in winter. They do not shed it in summer as it is so hot and we do not want the sun burning our face that time. So they do not shed their leaves so that we can stay protected. And they shed it in the winter so that we can get sunlight to remain warm. These trees are very smart. The deciduous forests are also known as monsoon forests. These forests are not as dense as the evergreen forest. Teak and sal are the main trees found in these forests. Other than simo and sandalwood, shisham, mahua, and bamboo. In India, these forests are found in the foothills of the Himalayas and in the wetter parts of the southern plateaus. Let's read ahead. The thorn forests. Thorn forests are found in dry areas which receive very little rainfall. Trees and bushes growing in such regions are usually short and scattered. They have small leaves, thick stems, sharp thorns, and long roots so that they can survive without water for long periods of time. Bubble and kikar are mainly found in these forests. Thorn forests are mainly found in the deserts region of Rajasthan. They are also found in the dry areas of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Uttar Pradesh. Now let's read number 4. Mountain forests. Mountain forests, also called coniferous forests. Do you know what is common in coniferous trees? Is that they have cone-shaped leaves and instead of flowers, pines grow on their trees. Let's read ahead. Forests have trees that are tall cone-shaped and have needle-shaped leaves to protect them from snow. Pine, fir, cher, spruce, and deodar are the main trees in these forests. The pulp of these trees is used for making paper. I didn't know that, and that is very interesting. Mountain forests are found in the Himalayas and parts of the Nilgiri Hills. That's done. So now let's read number 5, tidal forests. Tidal forests are also called as mangrove forests or mangroves. They are found in the delta regions of Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, and Godavari. The trees growing in the tidal forests can survive on both fresh as well as salty water. The tidal forests in the Ganga Brahmaputra delta are the Sundarbans. The forests get their name from a tree called Sundari, which is found here. Now let's read saving our forests. Forests are often cleared in our country for farming, setting up industries, or constructing buildings. Cutting down trees leads to many problems. It leads to soil erosion and floods. Many animals and birds lose their homes when forests are cut down. There are less rainfall and less oxygen in the air. As more and more people have begun to release the problems caused by large-scale cutting of forests, some movements have been launched in our country to protect trees. Did you also know to protect forests there is a movement called Chipko movement? Let's read what it is. In 1970s, female peasants living in a village of Uttarakhand launched a movement to protect trees. They prevented cutting of trees by putting their arms around them. This movement came to be known as the Chipko movement. Chipko means to embrace or hug. One of the leaders of the movement, Sundarlal Bahugana, made sure that the government made laws to prevent mass cutting down of trees. The government has also taken many steps to protect forests. It has launched programs such as the One Mahotsav to encourage people to plant trees. The One Mahotsav and annual festival during the trees are planted across the country. During the monsoon, every year projects are undertaken by schools, colleges, and other institutions to plant new saplings. The government also organizes social forestry movements to encourage people in rural areas such as farmers to plant trees. Some regions and tribes of India worship trees, and these trees called sacred groves are protected by the people and the government. The government has also declared some forests as reserves. Cutting of trees is banned in forest reserves. Wildlife resources. India has a rich variety of wildlife. The Himalayan region has wild goats, yaks, bears, etc. The Sundarbans in West Bengal are home to the Royal Bengal tiger. Asiatic lions live in the Gir forest of Gujarat. The deciduous forests of India have leopards, bears, boars, and wild buffaloes. Our country also has a large variety of birds, snakes, and fishes, which are found in different parts of the country. Mass destruction of forests and hunting has led to extinction of a number of wild animals. The Indian government has started many programs to protect them, such as Project Tiger and Project Elephant. It has banned hunting and set up a wildlife This is a little hard. Let's see if I can read it out. Oh yeah, it's sanctuaries and national parks across India to protect animals. At present, there are more than 150 national parks and over 500 wildlife sanctuaries in India. The Kaziranga National Park and Manas Sanctuary in the northeast are famous for elephants, rhinoceros, tigers, and deers. The tigers is protected in national parks like Ranthambore and Corbett. Every year in October, Wildlife Week is observed in our country to raise awareness about wildlife and its protection. Well, now let's read the Did You Know? And then we're all done. Did you know the Jim Corbett National Park is the oldest national park in our country? Project Tiger was launched in 1973 to increase the population of tigers. That was a good Did You Know? Now it's time to end the video. Bye everyone, love you all. Make sure to like, subscribe and share this video with your friends. Bye everyone, love you all.